rhythm. Orgy. Somebody say orgy. Let's go. Crypto orgy. Are you aware to a crypto orgy? Going to the crypto orgy, but I don't know what to wear. Hi there, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Friends of the Forest. I'm Dale Mangold, and I'm your host. And in this week's episode, we go a little bit south of the Mason-Dixon line here in the U.S. and visit with our friends ZipZapZop and Pill Hill Deans. Yes, our guest this week is Clark from ZipZapZop and the Pill Hill Deans, and we'll be talking to him a little later on in this episode about his upcoming releases with both of those projects and a very top secret release collaboration with someone in royalty, but we'll let Clark tell you about that. Anyways, in the meantime, Friends of the Forest episodes air every Sunday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on our YouTube channel. So make sure, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up and hit the bell notification so you will always know when the next episode of Friends of the Forest airs. And we've been pretty much doing a premiere live chat on all these episodes as well. So make sure you hit the notify me on there so when the episode originally airs, wherever you are in the world, you can join in on our live chat whenever the episode initially airs. So check all that stuff out in the description below. We'll have all of that info there. And lastly, if you want to be a guest on the show, if you're a band, artist, or entertainer anywhere in the world, drop us an email at Forrest of FangHorn, pgh@gmail.com, and we will email you everything you need to know about being on the show. It's very easy. We do everything electronically, and it's pretty simple. And if you happen to be in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area, you can record your episode right here in Treebeard Studios. So let us know about that as well. Anyways, let's dive into this week's episode. All right, welcome back, everybody. ZipZapZop, Pill Hill Deans. We met through the New Artist Spotlight. Yes, you've heard us talk about New Artist Spotlight, and some of our previous episodes featured independent artists from New Artist Spotlight. We are a worldwide group of independent artists, musicians, any type of genre, from singer-songwriter to rock and roll to country to EDM, classical, you name it. You can check us out. I'll put the website link in the description. It's absolutely free to join. It's a big support group. We have various chat groups. That's how a lot of these bands get together and collaborate on songs as well. So don't forget to check them out because this episode wouldn't be possible if it weren't for the New Artist Spotlight. So anywho, let's dive right into this episode and our guest, Clark. How are you doing? And welcome to the show.
Hey Dale, thanks for having me on the show. My name's Clark of Saturn, space trucking mogul. I have two music projects going right at the moment. One is called ZipZapZop, and the other is called Pill Hill Deans. And basically, I'm a producer for both. And ZipZapZop, I'm also like artist. I do vocals and things like that, and all the instrumentation. In the Pill Hill Deans, on the other hand, I have a partner in crime. That's Dean Clean. And he does a lot of the lyric writing and the vocals, and then is kind of an executive producer in terms of like deciding what the music, where we, how we format some of the music and so on as well. But basically, I do most of the production work, the Ableton Live work, and instrumentation and so on myself.
And I see you have a lot of recording equipment there. You are obviously heavily into the electronic dance music electronic music scene in general, based on what you've talked about your background. How about letting some of our fans and some of your fans know what you use whenever you're tracking some of your music?
So in terms of the equipment that we use for both projects, we have a laptop with Ableton Live. Got some VST plugins I like to use there. I've been experimenting more with those in the last year or so. I have a Space Echo pedal from Boss. I have the Merlin, very important part of the thing. I've got the Speak and Spell, also very important. Got the Roland TR-09 drum machine. Got the Roland TB-03 bass line, which I love. And of course the micro Korg from Korg. And that's really the bulk of it. I mean, I have a guitar, a bass, a saxophone, various little instruments around and so on. But really, a lot of it is just tweaking with the tools. I have a lot of old samples that I've used since I've been doing electronic music since the 90s. I've got a lot of samples built up and a lot of loops and things like that from various projects. So I kind of dip into all these different places and find bits and pieces that I think sound good together and compile it into various pieces and parts.
Some of our guests on some upcoming episodes include Mr. Jeremy Kaywood. Yes, next week's episode includes Jeremy Kaywood, who we filmed his episode live right here in our Treebeard studio. And you will be entertained by Jeremy as he performs one of his songs live here in our studio as well. Then we also have Synthetic Blonde. We have Mixed Reaction. We have Ryan Caldwell, Tommy Hyde, and Van Darth, just to name a few. So getting really excited about those upcoming episodes. Anyways, Clark, how about some of your releases? I know you have ZipZapZop going on, and you have some stuff coming up with Pill Hill Deans, and I think we're going to hint about a top secret special release, but I'll let you fill everyone in on that. Let's learn a little bit more about some of these upcoming songs that you're going to be releasing very, very soon.
So a couple of releases I'd like to mention. For ZipZapZop, Looking in the Mirror is out now. And on April 23rd, Wrap Myself in Your Aura is coming out. It's another track with vocals. Sometimes I kind of go back and forth. That one has vocals in it, kind of more industrial a little bit. I call it like industrial bass, I guess. And then on April 20th, the Pill Hill Deans has a collaboration coming out, a top secret, well, it was top secret collab with Her Kingdom, which we're super excited about. That's coming out on April 20th, our collab with Her Kingdom. It's called Crypto Orgy, and I'm very excited about it. We are incredibly stoked about it. So in this episode, I would like to promote Good for Morale by the Pill Hill Deans. I think it basically, we were messing around one night before there was even the Pill Hill Deans, and we were kind of jamming here in the studio, and a friend of ours who's from England always says it's good for morale, and so we were riffing on that. And we kind of came up with good for morale, which we were like, oh yeah, that's basically Breaking the Law by Judas Priest. And so we ended up basically kind of doing, it's like a cover, but not, because we changed all the lyrics basically. But it's Breaking the Law by Judas Priest, but it's called Good for Morale. So that's the little story there, and it's all electronics, and I think Dean Clean came up with most of the lyrics. I think that was a collaborative effort. I did some of the lyrics and he did some. And Good for Morale by Pill Hill Deans. For ZipZapZop, coming up in May. We have what's coming up in May? Coming up in May, I think it's May 21st. I have a collab with Grimes AI. That's like the second one on this record with Grimes AI. That's called Existential Crisis. And for ZipZapZop, my first ever LP is being fully released in June. Most of the tracks are already out. I've been releasing one track every month, and the final track will be June 26th on my birthday. And then I'm going to release the whole album. Also, I'm inviting people who want early access to tracks before they come out on the streaming services to join my mailing list or my SMS text list. And you can do that through my website, ZipZapZop.com. I would love it if you sign up with your email or your SMS phone number for text messages to learn about new releases, where you can download free music. I'm doing a couple giveaways and things like that. So inviting everybody to join up for that.
As I mentioned before, we have some other new artist spotlight friends and family coming up. We have a Synthetic Blonde coming up on May 5th, and then the week after that we have Mixed Reaction, just to name a few there. And it's so awesome that you're doing something with Her Kingdom. She is just an amazing talent and artist as well.
Oh, I do sure hope that my family will.
All right, how about some social medias? Where can everyone find your music? Because I know you have an extensive catalog.
So where you can find our music, first and foremost on Spotify, there's ZipZapZop and Pill Hill Deans. Also on all the streaming services and on all the socials, you can find all of our songs in all of those places, basically, as ZipZapZop or Pill Hill Deans. Now, also, I have like a Space Trucking Mogul releases playlist on Spotify that's basically comprehensive of all of the musical history almost that I can fit in one place. On socials, you have ZipZapZop on Twitter. You have PH Deans on Twitter. You have PH Deans on Instagram. You have PH Deans on TikTok. You have Space Truck Mogul on Instagram. It's very confusing. But actually, really, all you need is ZipZapZop.com. You can find everything you'd ever want at ZipZapZop.com. Everything in life. It's videos, history, bios, links to all the playlists, SoundCloud links, Mixcloud, all kinds of stuff. Historical. I mean, you can tell I've been at this a while. I'm about 55. I've been doing this since the 80s and 90s. And so there's a lot of history there. It goes back deep. I used to be a DJ. I've got a lot of DJ mixes on Mixcloud. Got a lot of stuff on SoundCloud and so on.
You know, it's totally amazing how you just keep up the creative process and pumping out track after track after track with both of your projects. Wrap Myself in Your Aura. That is a very cool sounding track. Good for morale, obviously, is fantastic. And I can't wait to hear the collaboration with Her Kingdom, which I believe by the time this airs, it's coming out either today or tomorrow, depending on whenever you're watching this. So you know, it's like my hat's off to you in your production and producing. You know, I say this all the time, but I'm very fortunate to finally meet you, even though it isn't in person, it is virtually. But you know, that's the next best thing. But you know, I think our paths are actually going to cross real soon, because we do live relatively close to each other geographically. So I'm sure in the very near future we'll be able to meet up soon. But thank you so much.
I just want to thank you, Dale, for having me on, and hope that all you folks up in the Pittsburgh area and beyond are having some fun and can check out some ZipZapZop and some Pill Hill Deans. So thank you very much, Dale.
That is it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Friends of the Forest. New episodes air each and every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so make sure you hit that subscribe button like we talked about before. If you want to be on the show, shoot us that email. All the information that you need to know about being on the show is in the description as well. Next week, our Special guest is Mr. Jeremy Kaywood, special in-studio guest here at the Treebeard Studio here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Please like and subscribe. Also, friendly reminder, if you haven't checked out my current band, Forrest Of FangHorn, go and look at some of our videos there. Everything is on Spotify. You can hit our Linktree, and that'll take you to everywhere. Forrest Of FangHorn as well. My name is Dale Mangold, and until next week, this is Friends of the Forest, and we'll see you next week. Peace and love, everybody.